So I just want to text in on the budget speech by the finance minister yesterday. I think there are some good news and obviously some bad news. You won't entirely be 100% satisfied, but I think it's a move in the right direction, particularly when you actually look at our fiscal direction. It seems like they are working on the strategy to ensure that, as a country, we are going somewhere. But particularly for SMME, I think there are good news. The fact that the VAT threshold has been increased from 1 million to 2.3 million. That is the good news, because now it means that you will only qualify to register for compulsory VAT once you hit 2.3 million per annum, which is good, because what you do to qualify for VAT simply means that you have to add the 15% on whatever that you're selling, whether goods or services. So sometimes I have seen a lot of people feeling that anxiety to say that now I'm no longer going to be competitive, because if I increase my price by that 15%, people might see my prices as a little bit exaggerated. So I think it's a good move from the finance minister to, in fact, this was long overdue. It has been R1 million for some time. So I'm happy that at least now it's 2.3 million, which is, it's quite good. So some of you who were thinking of registering because you just hit R1 million, or in the process of registering, maybe just cancel that registration and don't register if you were in the process, because now you do not qualify come the 1st of March 2026. You will only qualify when you hit 2.3 million. I think another thing that I think it's quite good, but I was hoping that on the small business corporation they won't increase the 0% of the taxable income from 95,000 to 99,999. I think that's quite good. I was also hoping that on the 7% they will maybe increase it and not cap it to 350,000, but they left it there. But the good thing is at least it moves from 95 to 99,000, which is like 100,000. So if you make a profit of that 99,999, you don't have to pay tax, as long as you qualify for small business corporation. And they also refurbished the turnover tax, but I haven't looked at it in detail, but I think it's some exciting news there. So there is a little bit breather for the small businesses, and I think they're just trying to encourage small businesses, and people to start businesses, so that at least they can get all these incentives. So I think in that end, I think that's a good thing. And even on the individual, they move from 36,000 to 46,000. I think that's a good news, even though they did not increase the overall limit of 500,000. For me, I think it's a step in the good direction, because most people don't even max that 500,000, because it takes you 10 years, 13 years, and now it's going to be 10 years, with the 46,000. But I think with the coming budget speech, they will actually adjust it. It won't stay at 500,000, because they just want to encourage people to save, because we are the country that does not save. And some of these things are not because of choice, but it's because of circumstances. People don't have disposable income, because whatever that they get, it ends up being used on things that are basic needs, things like transport, things like accommodation. Those are the things that you cannot avoid to have in life. And I mean, I can't say that sacrifice transport and your accommodation because you must save. No, it doesn't work like that. It's not gonna be practical. So I think it is a step in the right direction. I think the only thing that maybe they need to work on is the debt, the overall debt, government debt. I think they seems not to have a clear strategy of how they're going to deal with it. Because I didn't hear much on it as to how are they going to tackle it in a way that I can see that we are definitely doing something to attack this. And also the social spending. It's just too much. I don't think it's a solution. We don't need to spend more on social spending. We need to create jobs so that people can have jobs. Because I mean, when are you gonna give this 350 until? Huh? I think you just need to try and boost more small businesses, because I think that the way to accelerate the employment will be through the small businesses. Because if you extrapolate the small businesses, the number that we have, and you definitely going to have so many people getting employed. But yeah, I think for me, those are the key things that I wanted to highlight, particularly when it comes to SMME. So I think you have a reason to smile, particularly on the vet one. That was a surprise. I was not looking forward to it, but it's a good one, and I think it's something that can make you smile, because now you have to get to 2.3 million for you to be able to register for vet. I think that's a good one.